Unidentified flying objects, commonly known as UFOs, have kept people scratching their heads for ages. And guess what? The United States Air Force recently spotted some of these mysterious objects over the Pacific Ocean, and now everyone's buzzing about it. The confirmation of UFO sightings above the Pacific by the United States is significant for several reasons. First and foremost, it underscores the fact that UFOs are not exclusive to one region or time period. Sightings have occurred worldwide and throughout history, suggesting that this phenomenon is not limited to any specific area or era. Second, the confirmation by a government agency such as the US indicates a shift in how these events are perceived. In the past, these sightings were often dismissed or ridiculed, leading many witnesses to remain silent out of fear of being labeled as conspiracy theorists or unreliable. However, the recent acknowledgement of these sightings by official sources encourages more openness and discussion regarding the topic. The Pacific Ocean is a vast and largely unexplored expanse, making it an ideal location for UFO sightings to occur. Its remote nature and vastness allow for increased visibility of celestial events and anomalies. Additionally, the Pacific is home to various military and scientific research installations, further increasing the likelihood of sightings being reported and investigated. It's important to note, however, that the confirmation of such sightings does not necessarily imply the existence of extraterrestrial life or advanced alien technology. While some speculate that these objects could be evidence of extraterrestrial visitations, there are several alternative explanations for these phenomena. One possibility is that some UFOs are the result of advanced military aircraft or technologies being tested in secret. Governments often develop and test new technologies in classified projects, which could explain the appearance of unidentified aircraft in certain areas. Another explanation is that some sightings are misidentifications of natural or man-made objects. Celestial events, weather phenomena, and unconventional aircraft can sometimes appear strange or unfamiliar to observers, leading to reports of UFOs. Furthermore, optical illusions, camera artifacts, and other perceptual factors can contribute to the misidentification of ordinary objects as anomalies. Our brains sometimes interpret visual information in ways that do not accurately represent reality. Despite these alternative explanations, there remains a good number of UFO sightings that defy easy categorization. These sightings continue to baffle experts and raise intriguing questions about the nature of these unidentified objects. In recent years, the United States government has taken steps to investigate and document UFO sightings more systematically. The establishment of the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena (UAP) task force within the Department of Defense is a significant development in this regard. This task force is responsible for assessing and reporting such encounters, with the aim of understanding their nature and potential threats to national security. The UAP task force has the support of various government agencies, including the US Navy and the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA. This interagency cooperation allows for a more comprehensive and coordinated approach to investigating UFO sightings. One of the challenges in studying these phenomena is the lack of standardized reporting and data collection. Prior to the establishment of the UAP task force, there was no centralized system for collecting and analyzing information related to these events. This made it difficult to assess the scope and significance of such occurrences. The task force aims to address this issue by implementing standardized reporting procedures and enhancing data collection and analysis. This approach will help researchers and experts better understand the patterns and characteristics of UFO sightings. Additionally, the UAP task force is expected to release periodic reports on its findings. These reports will be subject to congressional oversight, further increasing transparency and accountability in the investigation of UFOs. While the recent confirmation of UFO sightings above the Pacific is intriguing, it's important to approach the topic with a critical and open-minded perspective. These events remain a complex and multifaceted phenomenon with numerous potential explanations. Scientific investigation and rigorous analysis are essential to uncovering the truth behind these mysterious aerial objects. Let's revisit another UFO encounter involving a different branch of the US military in the Pacific Ocean. The Tic Tac UAP, Unidentified Aerial Phenomena encounter, was a truly mysterious and captivating event that occurred on November 14, 2004, off the coast of San Diego. This event unfolded in the expansive skies above the USS Nimitz, a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier conducting training exercises. What transpired on that fateful day has since carved itself into the history of modern ufology, capturing the imagination of people worldwide and fueling discussions on the existence of extraterrestrial life and advanced technology. As the sun cast its warm golden hues over the Pacific Ocean, Commander David Fravor, a highly experienced U.S. Navy pilot, took to the skies in his F/A-18F Super Hornet. What began as a routine training mission quickly morphed into something extraordinary. Fravor, along with another pilot, noticed an unidentified aerial object in the vicinity, an object that would soon become the focal point of one of the most perplexing encounters in aviation history. The object in question bore an uncanny resemblance to a Tic Tac mint, hence its colloquial moniker. It was a gleaming, white, oblong craft, around 40 feet in length, and devoid of any visible wings, propellers, or discernible means of propulsion. But what struck both pilots was its exceptional speed and agility. This peculiar craft exhibited the ability to accelerate instantaneously and execute maneuvers that defied the laws of physics, leaving Fravor and his fellow pilot awestruck. Fravor, being the commanding officer, decided to investigate further, descending toward the mysterious object. As he approached, the Tic Tac UFO appeared to recognize his presence, initiating a bewildering game of cat and mouse. It darted effortlessly from one point in the sky to another, mirroring Favor's movements with an eerie precision that challenged the capabilities of any known human-made aircraft. Such maneuverability left the seasoned pilot grappling with disbelief, a sentiment shared by his co-pilot. Intriguingly, the UFO seemed to defy conventional aerodynamics. It exhibited no visible means of propulsion, such as exhaust plumes or engine noise, further deepening the mystery surrounding its origin and capabilities. Commander Fravor and his crew, astounded by the craft's performance, attempted to intercept it. However, as they closed the distance, the UFO executed a sudden and seemingly gravity-defying ascent, disappearing beyond the limits of their instrument's tracking capabilities. But the mystery did not end there. A separate group of Navy pilots operating radar systems aboard the USS Princeton had been monitoring the Tic Tac UFO's movements. Their radar screens displayed an astonishing series of data that supported the visual accounts of the aerial encounter. The object, while zipping across the sky at mind-boggling speeds, appeared to descend from 80,000 feet to the ocean's surface within a matter of seconds, displaying a level of acceleration that far exceeded anything within humanity's technological range. As quickly as the encounter began, it concluded with the object vanishing into the depths of the Pacific Ocean, leaving no trace or indication of its whereabouts. This abrupt disappearance added yet another layer of intrigue to an already perplexing event. Despite the extensive training and experience of the Navy personnel involved, this incident defied explanation, raising questions that linger to this day. The aftermath of the Tic Tac encounter was marked by a mix of fascination, bewilderment, and curiosity. Commander Fravor and his co-pilot reported the incident to their superiors, sparking an internal investigation. However, the encounter was largely shrouded in secrecy, with limited information disseminated to the public. This secrecy only served to fuel speculation and conspiracy theories regarding the true nature of the Tic Tac UFO and the extent of the military's knowledge about such phenomena. In the years that followed, the incident gained renewed attention as more witnesses and whistleblowers came forward, shedding light on the military's ingoing interest in unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, and their implications. The release of declassified videos, including the now famous Flyer 1 and gimbal footage, provided further visual evidence of encounters with UAPs resembling the Tic Tac craft. These revelations prompted a re-evaluation of how governments and the scientific community approach the study of UAPs, challenging the long-standing stigma associated with the subject. Scientists, astronomers, and ufologists alike have grappled with the implications of such encounters. The Tic Tac UFO incident represents a tantalizing glimpse into the uncharted territory of advanced aerospace technology, suggesting the existence of capabilities that far surpass our current understanding of physics and engineering. While skepticism remains a natural response, the accumulation of credible eyewitness accounts, radar data, and video evidence forces us to confront the possibility that we are not alone in the universe and that other intelligent beings may possess technology far beyond our own. Now, regarding the current UFO sighting in the Pacific, what would be the possible actions the Air Force may take? Well, when confronted with confirmed UFO sightings, the Air Force would initiate an immediate assessment of the situation, involving radar and tracking systems, eyewitness accounts, and flight path analysis. Depending on the findings, they would classify the sightings, differentiating between explainable occurrences and unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP. For complex cases, specialized teams or units with expertise in aerospace phenomena and reconnaissance might be deployed to gather additional data and conduct thorough investigations on site. Systematic data collection from various sources, including radar systems and satellite imagery, would be crucial for understanding the characteristics of the UFO, such as its speed, altitude, and maneuverability. International collaboration with neighboring nations and foreign military counterparts might also be necessary, particularly in cases near international borders. This collaborative effort aims to share information, coordinate responses, and rule out potential threats. It also helps establish a broader perspective on the nature of the UFOs and their potential implications for global security. Research and development efforts might follow as the Air Force seeks to enhance its technology and training for personnel involved in UFO investigations. This could involve the development of more advanced sensor technologies, improved tracking systems, and specialized training programs. The goal is to improve the Air Force's ability to detect, identify, and respond to UFOs effectively, while also increasing the safety of military personnel and assets. Simultaneously, they would prioritize public communication, recognizing the significance of transparency and information sharing in the digital age. Furthermore, while maintaining national security considerations, they would strive to provide clear and accurate information to the public regarding confirmed UFO sightings. Transparent communication not only addresses public interest, but also prevents the spread of misinformation or unnecessary panic. In addition, collaborating with the scientific community can significantly contribute to the analysis of UFO data, helping to establish hypotheses about the nature of the observed objects. These experts bring a wealth of knowledge and research tools to the table, enhancing the Air Force's ability to make informed assessments. Also, continual monitoring would be necessary, given the evolving nature of UFO sightings. The Air Force would maintain vigilance to identify any developments or recurring patterns in UFO reports. This ongoing surveillance ensures that new sightings are promptly addressed and data collection remains up to date. It also helps the military adapt to changes in the nature of UFO phenomena over time. Periodic protocol reviews would be conducted after each sighting. These reviews serve as a critical step in improving the U.S. Air Force's response procedures. They help identify areas of enhancement, potential weaknesses in existing protocols, and opportunities to streamline the process. By continually refining their approach, it ensures that it remains well prepared to handle future incidents effectively. In addition, specialized training for personnel involved in unidentified aerial phenomena Investigations is essential to equip them with the skills and knowledge needed to gather and analyze data related to these events. Training programs might cover topics such as advanced optics, radar systems, and the physics of flight. By investing in personal development, the Air Force ensures that those on the front lines of UFO investigations are well prepared to handle the complexities of the task. But what could happen if the United States Air Force were forced to engage a UFO in actual combat? Well, if the US Air Force were to engage in combat with an unidentified flying object, UFO, the potential outcomes would be highly speculative and dependent on various factors. It's important to note that the concept of UFOs implies objects that are unidentified, so their origin, capabilities, and intentions are unknown. With that in mind, here are some possible outcomes. Firstly, communication and diplomacy may be attempted before any combat. If the UFO is manned or controlled by an intelligent entity, the US government might opt for diplomatic channels to establish contact, seek peaceful intentions, or gather information. Open lines of communication could prevent unnecessary hostilities, but if diplomatic efforts fail and the UFO displays hostile intent, the Air Force might engage in combat. The outcome of such an encounter would depend on several factors. If the UFO is technologically superior to known human aircraft, the US Air Force could be at a significant disadvantage. In such a case, the result might be a loss for the United States Air Force, leading to damage or casualties. On the other hand, if the Air Force has the technological advantage, it could potentially disable or destroy the UFO. The outcome could vary from successful engagement to the capture or recovery of the UFO. The consequences of this victory would include the potential to study and reverse engineer the technology, which could provide significant advancements in aerospace capabilities. However, engaging in combat with a UFO carries significant risks. The advanced technology of the UFO could be beyond human comprehension, leading to unintended consequences. It might also provoke retaliation from an unknown extraterrestrial entity, sparking a broader interstellar conflict. The outcome could be catastrophic for humanity. Now, another possibility is that the UFO is not of extraterrestrial origin, but rather a highly advanced classified government project or a secretive organization's technology. In such a scenario, the US Air Force's engagement could lead to internal investigations, revelations of classified programs, and significant political fallout. So, if the UFO turns out to be a natural phenomenon or a misidentified object, the outcome would likely be embarrassment and a reassessment of identification and communication procedures. This would serve as a valuable lesson in improving our ability to differentiate between conventional and unconventional aerial phenomena. Furthermore, the engagement with a UFO could have profound implications for international relations. Other countries might be concerned about the United States government's willingness to engage in military action against unknown aerial threats. This could lead to diplomatic tensions and international discussions on protocols for dealing with UFO encounters. But in the event that the UFO is of extraterrestrial origin and demonstrates advanced, though peaceful technology, it could potentially offer humanity the opportunity to learn from its advancements. Therefore, diplomatic negotiations might ensue, leading to collaboration or exchange of knowledge between Earth and the entity controlling the UFO. Conversely, the UFO could leave the area without incident, and its origin and intentions may remain a mystery. This would likely lead to ongoing investigations and discussions within the scientific and military communities, as well as public speculation and curiosity about the encounter. In any case, in the aftermath of such an encounter, there would be a pressing need for scientific analysis. Researchers and experts would examine all available data to determine whether the UFO had extraterrestrial origins or if it could be explained by terrestrial phenomena, advanced military projects, or even a hoax. It is essential to note that such a scenario remains highly speculative and is largely in the territory of science fiction, at least for now. While UFO sightings have occurred throughout history, conclusive evidence of extraterrestrial visitation remains rather elusive. The United States Air Force and other military organizations typically prioritize identifying and responding to known threats rather than engaging in speculative combat scenarios. Or do they? So what do you think are the intentions of the UFO that was spotted by the United States Air Force in the Pacific? If you were the pilot of the US aircraft, how would you react when you come face to face with these out-of-this-world anomalies?